morning and happy Friday. Today is the 29th of October and it is my weigh-in day. So last week I did really well across the board and I am super pleased and happy to tell you all that this week has been just as good. So I'm gonna start off by going through sort of like my nutrition and like what I've eaten and how I've tracked and all that kind of stuff. So in terms of like what I have actually been eating, like I said, I'm again super chuffed because everything again that I've put into my body this week has been super nutritious and healthy and going towards aiding my weight loss, aiding recovery of muscles and helping my body just get as strong and fit as possible. I did actually end up doing some meal prep again this week, following on from the success of last week. So this week I decided to have some brown rice and some veggies, and also I popped in some tofu into one of the meals, and into the other one I had protein chunks by Profusion, which was super delicious. So that's working really well, and I'm super happy that I have taken just more control over the organisation of how I eat and what I eat, and just taking a bit of time before the week starts to make sure that I give myself the best possible chance because I live such a busy life, and this is one thing that I am realising that I need to get on top of, is my sort of like management of my responsibilities and making sure that I'm just a little bit smart in the preparation, so that when I'm out and about or when I'm really busy I can just make sure that I've got my meals there, or I know what I'm going to eat, or just make it as simple as possible to stay on track and eat the best I possibly can. So that was another great thing that aided me in my success for this week. I'm also still absolutely loving my yogurt and sort of like fruit and honey as an evening dessert. Still loving it. I'm a little bit obsessed. It is delicious. I have obviously eaten Greek yogurt and honey prior to this sort of like discovery of how much I enjoy it. I don't know what it is, but at the moment I'm just absolutely in love. I also discovered some granola that I bought from Ocado. It's by the Paleo Foods Co. It's a pecan and almond grain-free granola. It tastes amazing. It tastes amazing, and I'm quite shocked that I am sort of craving that on a morning, because usually my sort of like go-to breakfasts have been more on the savoury side, so like eggs and spinach and like an omelette, that kind of thing. Whereas now I find myself craving like fruits and yogurt and the granola, which is great. And another thing that I've been eating a lot of, actually, it definitely deserves its own little mention, is kefir. Now I used to absolutely love kefir a couple of moons ago, and for whatever reason it just fell off my radar, but I ended up grabbing a bottle on the way home from the gym a couple of weeks ago. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's like a really great thing to have, because I had welcome the sun. I'm just gonna see if I can sort this out. So that's a bit better, isn't it? I grabbed some on my way home from the gym as like a little bit of a on-the-go snack lunch type thing, and I remembered how delicious I found it. And not only do I find it really tasty, it is just an absolute wonder food for me, because I don't have the best sort of digestive system. I seem to have quite a sluggish digestive system. I seem to struggle with gut issues, so I know this is probably a bit TMI. I'm sorry for any of you who find these kinds of conversations squeamish. However, for me, I have noticed literally night and day improvements in sort of like my digestion and my gut health over the last couple of weeks, and I am more than sure this guy is responsible. So you'll be seeing a lot of kefir in my day-to-day eating. The brand is Beautiful. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Dairy. And I know I said in one of my videos that I am sure that this is okay for people who have sort of like lactose intolerant. I'm not like, I don't know for 100% fact. I will insert it here and let you all know it's probably incorrect. I don't see how it could, but I'm sure I've like read that somewhere. But it is gut friendly, a source of protein, a source of calcium, a source of vitamins B12 and B2, and there's no added sugar. It's actually really low in calorie as well, and it's really, really great if you like things like cereal or granola, because although it is quite thick, it's not like the consistency of Greek yogurt and that kind of thing. It kind of is like a thicker milk, so it's really, really good for sort of like pouring onto like cereals, that kind of thing. So yeah, really, really loving that at the moment. Yeah, just been sort of like eating as many sort of like colours and whatnot as possible. Still trying to cut down on my intake of refined carbohydrates, and I think that's going really, really well. If you are interested in seeing what I eat on a day-to-day basis, if you head over to my Instagram, which is weight_loss_panda, I do update pretty much daily my food over there. So big thumbs up for actually what I am putting into my body. Now if we go over to my fitness pal, which is where I track my calories, I'm just going to grab up the sort of like overview of the last 7 days in calories, and as you can see, I'll insert it on the screen. Oh, a big stretch from floss. I have been pretty much bang on or under calories for, let me just work this out, so that will be a week, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 12 days on track, not 1 calorie over, guys. And I can't remember the last time I saw that many green bars on my graph, and I'm so happy with that. I'm so chuffed. So my net calories under 1,236, so that's really, really, really good. I mean, I can't sort of like, I don't think I have anything bad to say about that. No, literally, I really don't have anything bad to say about that, so that's great. Moving on to my workouts. So some of you will know, if you watch my channel regularly, that I am currently doing the C to 5K program, which is basically an app that I've downloaded that has scheduled runs throughout the week in order to get me from running 0 to hero. So I'm going from not really running at all to being able to run a 5K, and I am now on, well, after this week's runs, which I did all 3 of them, I'm now on to week 9. I'm on the last week, so over the course from tomorrow throughout next week I will be completing the program, which is insane. And my delivery has just arrived, so I am just going to stop this video here, go grab my delivery, and then I'll speak a little bit about my exercise plan from this week. So I'll just pop up my Fitbit log on screen so that you can see what I am referring to. So last Saturday I worked out, and Sunday, Monday and Wednesday since last Friday's weighing video, they have been the days that I've worked out on. Last Saturday being my most successful full. I actually ended up running for running a 5k on Saturday. The app has encouraged me to run for, I believe it was 25 minutes at that stage. It then moved on to 28, but I'm pretty certain that I was still on the week 7 on the Saturday. I'm just gonna also pop up this workout's like specifics on screen as well. So as you can see, I was 18 minutes at the peak cardiovascular workout zone, 24 minutes of cardio, 14 minutes of fat burn, and 9 minutes were below zone. And I did a total of 1 hour 3 minutes. I burned 775 calories, and I'm really finding that running is really pushing my cardiovascular fitness. It's helping me get up into them zones and helping sort of like just improve my fitness. The last run that I did on Wednesday was a 28-minute run with a 5-minute and a 5-minute warm-up and a 5-minute cool-down walk either side. And I started off the run and I was pretty sort of like, I had quite a lot of fatigue in my legs, so I was sort of starting off not on a great tone, thinking that it was going to be really difficult, that I was going to have to really push through. And it got to about 10 minutes in and I noticed my sort of like intake and exhale of breath was pretty like shallow, and I'm sort of used to taking big breaths in and out, and I was like, this is crazy. And I looked at my watch and I was in a really high cardiovascular rhythm, so I thought, that's obviously showing a huge increase in my cardiovascular fitness since the beginning of the program. So I'm super chuffed about that, and I'm really happy with my workouts. I am working out tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be a long run. I am planning on doing a 5k, and Sunday will be some kind of like intervals between machines and probably an arm resistance workout too, and that will complete my goal of 4 workouts per week. Last week I actually managed to do 5, so I'm super chuffed with that. I managed to go over by 1 workout, but this week I'm going to be doing 4. Really happy with sort of like my enthusiasm towards running. I never imagined myself being excited to run or being able to run for the time and like length that I have been doing. If you kind of fancy it, or you've kind of been thinking about it, or you feel inspired, please just download the app and give it a go. It's fantastic. It's helped me massively. I mean, I haven't finished yet, so I'm not going to go into it in too much detail, but yeah, it's great. It's helping me tremendously, so I'm really happy about that. So fitness has been really good this week. Exercising, I would have probably liked to have done more workouts, however my sort of schedule this week has just been crazy, so I'm having to do consistent sort of like weekend workouts, which I don't mind, but I would like to see myself maybe sort of like at least 5 workouts a week now. So going forward I'm going to try and structure that in as best I can. So moving on to my weigh-in then. So last week I weighed in at 14 stone 4.6, and this week I have weighed in at 14 stone 1 pound exactly. So that is a loss of 3.6 pounds. And I'm so chuffed, guys. I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed, because I can't remember the last time I had a consecutive 2 weeks of decent losses, like over a pound. I literally, if I have a look in my like log of weigh-ins, like months ago basically, so that is super. So I have lost, just let me get my app up, yeah, so 3.6 pounds down from last week, which means that in the last 2 weeks I have lost 8 pounds, if I'm correct with my quick maths, which is crazy. 8 pounds in 2 weeks. So if I just grab my little board that I made, so as you can see, this week's weight is 14 stone, 1 pound exactly. My weight till my first goal of 11 stone is 3 stone and 1 pound. My overall weight loss is 1 stone, 13.8, and the pounds lost so far is 27. So I got to add 3 more little dots onto my little graph thing, which I'm so chuffed with. I'm so chuffed with. I also discovered something in this new app. So my scale changed its app, like, I think it was a couple of months ago now. Some of you may remember it was like a green sort of app before, however now it's this one, and I've only just kind of like figured out how to use it properly. So I can now sort of have a look and go through like my BMI and things like that, because I used to include this data in, but I haven't done for a while. So I'm down 0.5% on my BMI since last week. I've lost 0.8% of my body fat. Something that I found really interesting is I'm actually up. So last week my body water was 35%, and it's now 36.5% because I've been really working on my hydration. And I'm really pleased to see that although my hydration has increased, my weight has still gone down, because obviously when you have a more hydrated body, you're just naturally going to be a bit heavier. So that's a really encouraging sign that although I'm hydrating myself, I am still losing weight. So yeah, super chuffed. I'm like a smidgen away from being back into the 13 stone bracket, which I really want to sort of like achieve, and then make the progress to getting towards that 11 stone. However, November is crazy. I have so many plans for November. Like literally every single weekend there is something going on. But I don't want to undo all this hard work that I've put in over the last 2 weeks. And I realise where I've been going wrong. I sort of like can now look and think, okay, I know exactly what I need to be doing to be losing this weight. If I'm totally honest with myself, I did know before, but I just wasn't applying myself 100%, I don't think, and I am now. And I'm obviously, it's obviously working. So I just need to carry on doing what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. Not gonna lie, I am very sort of like worried about November, in the sense that I don't want to go back to sort of gaining and maintaining. I want to carry on this losing streak, but it's really unrealistic of me to imagine that every single day I can stick to my calories, just because I've got so much going on. So I need to really work out how I'm gonna lose throughout November, what I'm going to do in order to do that. I was thinking about sort of like lowering my calories a little bit throughout the week, so that I can sort of like bag some calories for the weekend to use on the days where I know that I'm going to be over. But then I was like, I don't know if that's a smart move, because I want to sort of up my exercise, and I don't think that would be beneficial for my body. And then sort of like thinking, well, if I up my exercise, I'll be expending more calories, so that will probably help. I haven't figured it out yet, but I am going to figure it out between now and next Friday's weigh-in. I am going to figure out a plan of action, and I'm going to write it all down, make it all sort of like solid, and know exactly what I'm going to do to lose weight. I am going to be doing a little bit of a challenge throughout November called the No Excuse November. So basically, I am going to write down areas which I feel like I would say this is an excuse, or things that I could potentially use as an excuse throughout November to say this is why I didn't lose weight, and basically like throw them excuses away and just say no, I can do this, there is a way around this, whether it's, oh, I'm too busy to work out, can I get up a little bit earlier, or I am going to this party and I'm going to be probably consuming over like calorie by 1,000 calories, like, well, how can I make that work? Just basically not using excuses. If anybody would like to join me on the challenge, you're more than welcome. I'll be explaining my No Excuse November excuses in next week's video. So if you have a think about the things that you want to sort of like work on throughout November, whether it's, you know, I want to drink more water, I want to wake up earlier, I want to work out more, whatever it is, think about it and like set it as a goal. So we need to make it really specific. It can't just be, oh, I want to eat more vegetables. It's got to be, I'm gonna eat more vegetables by including a vegetable with every lunch, or something like that. It has to be specific. So I'll be explaining mine in next week's videos. If you'd like to join in with the challenge, please have a think about it, and then in next week's video, let me know in the comments what you're going to work on throughout November, and then we can make sure that we can keep each other motivated and going and let everybody know what we're going to work on. Mine's definitely going to be sort of featured around the fact that I've got a lot of social events and things going on. So I'm going to think how I'm going to make sure that they're not going to prohibit me from my losing weight throughout November. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. I don't think so. Other than the fact that I feel like I'm doing really well, and I feel like my head is just right in the best place to be losing weight. I think it's really hard sometimes, you know, and although I feel like I have seen the errors of my ways and implemented a couple of changes, and that's obviously working really well, it's still difficult, you know. It's not like easy breezy lemon peasy. It is, there are still times where I have to really focus and try really hard. But like I say every week, the main thing is that I haven't given up. And if you are on your weight loss journey alongside me, please don't give up. It doesn't matter what your result is this week. If you have had a really great result, I am super proud of you, well done. But I am also super proud of you if you haven't had a great result. If you've jumped on the scale this week and it's not been a good outcome, don't worry, tomorrow is a new day. The day after that is a new day, and you have the chance to change it. So, oh, sorry sweetheart. Sorry darling, I didn't mean to do that. You have the chance to change it, so just stick with it, trust the process, trust the journey, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, and you will get there. So I'm going to end today's video here. I do have a what I eat in a day video that I filmed on Wednesday that I'm going to be editing today and probably uploading today. I'm so sorry that I wasn't good at making more videos this week. I am working on it, I promise. Hopefully I will get into the rhythm of filming most days and uploading. I need to figure out some kind of YouTube schedule that works alongside running a small business, running a household, being a stepmom, caring for my mum, all the other millions of responsibilities I've got. But I will figure it out, I will figure it out. But until next time, my gorgeous, wonderful, lovely people, please stay happy, healthy and well. I love you all so much.